General Hospital, GH, spoilers reveal that Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, may sizzle in secret. Will Anna and Jason's private meetings above Bobby's lead to passion? In the April 7th episode, Jason joined Anna in the park and got updates on Ada Turner, Nazneen contractor, going after her. Turner is fishing for dirt and could end Anna's career if she finds some. That's why it's best for Anna to keep her guard up. The ADA specifically mentioned Jason as well as the Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober, case, so Anna doesn't need to be seen with Stone Cold right now. Jason and Anna agreed to keep their friendship out of the public eye, so their plan is to meet in Jason's room above Bobby's whenever they need to work together. Of course, there could be a good reason why GH writers are playing up this location. It feels like they might be setting the stage for some sizzling to happen between Anna and Jason. After all, Jason and Anna shared a kiss back in Africa, so fans got a glimpse of their attraction to each other. Anna and Jason have also talked about understanding each other, so their bond has become an important part of their scenes together. Now that Jason will secretly be meeting with Anna in his tiny room above Bobby's, what else might happen behind closed doors? It's reasonable to think Jason and Anna might surrender to some passion once they're connecting in close quarters. Anna and Jason may not be able to resist temptation, so that could bring some hot scenes as they hit the sheets. That may be the real point of having Jason and Anna's secret meetings in that particular spot, so it's something to keep in mind as this storyline moves along. Do you think Anna and Jason are on the verge of spending some time under the covers? Will Jason and Anna hook up during one of the private meetings the show's hinting at? Anna and Jason may have to rethink their feelings for each other down the road, so stay tuned for any predictions they might make about the future. General Hospital spoilers say Jason and Anna's messy relationship could get complicated and bring bad news if they're not careful. The sun dipped below the horizon in Port Charles, casting a warm, amber glow across the city. The streets were filled with the usual bustle of late-night activity, people heading home from work, the hum of distant traffic, and the occasional voice calling to a friend. But inside a quiet building above Bobby's, there was a tension in the air that none of the city's passers-by could sense. Jason Morgan, the enigmatic and loyal protector of his family, sat in a simple chair, arms crossed, his gaze fixed on the window as he mulled over the situation. He had always been a man of action, of calculated decisions and unwavering loyalty, but this was new. And it was confusing. Anna Devane, standing just a few feet away, folded her arms in a similar posture, though her thoughts seemed to be miles away. She was not used to being this vulnerable, to letting someone else into her world so completely. But when it came to Jason, well, things were never simple, were they? Are you sure this is the only way? Anna asked, her voice low but edged with concern. She glanced up at him, her eyes searching his for any sign of hesitation. Jason didn't look at her directly but shifted slightly in his seat, his jaw clenched. We can't afford to have Turner digging into either of our lives. Not with everything at stake. Anna sighed, looking at him more closely. There was something in the way Jason spoke, something almost intimate about it. The way their eyes had met before, the way their connection had deepened over the past few months. Despite the danger of their current situation, there was also undeniable chemistry between them, chemistry that neither of them had fully acknowledged until now. A silence fell between them, thick and heavy, as they stood in the small room above Bobby's. The very location that now seemed to hold more weight than any of the secrets they had been keeping. This room, with its simple furnishings and unassuming walls, had witnessed countless conversations, but none as significant as the ones Anna and Jason had begun to share. Jason stood up, breaking the tension, and walked over to the window. We'll meet here as often as necessary, he said, his tone steady, but Anna, we need to keep this between us. No one can know we're working together. Anna's eyes followed him, lingering for a moment longer than she intended. She had always prided herself on her ability to control situations, to stay detached, but with Jason? That was proving to be a challenge. Right, she murmured, though her voice betrayed a flicker of doubt. No one can know. She turned away to give herself a moment to gather her thoughts. In this game of secrecy and danger, emotions were luxuries they couldn't afford. But something about being in Jason's presence, his calm, his strength, made her question the resolve she had always relied on. What if, just this once, she allowed herself to feel? Their meetings in the tiny room became a routine. They were careful, always calculating, always aware of the risks. But the more time they spent together, the more the space between them seemed to shrink. It was as if the very air around them hummed with the tension that neither could ignore. One night, after discussing plans to keep Anna's career from unraveling, the conversation had died down. Jason was standing near the door, ready to leave, when Anna's voice broke the silence. Jason. She began, but the words seemed to get stuck in her throat. She was never at a loss for words, yet here she was, unsure of what to say. Jason turned, his expression unreadable, but his eyes, those familiar blue eyes, softened ever so slightly. What is it? He asked, his voice gentle. Anna took a step forward, feeling her heart race. She wasn't sure what she was doing, or why it felt like the most natural thing in the world, but she found herself reaching out to him. Before she could stop herself, she was standing before him, her breath catching in her throat as she lifted her gaze to meet his. Without another word, she closed the distance between them and pressed her lips to his. It was a kiss that was both fierce and tender, full of unspoken desire and years of pent-up tension. In that moment, everything else faded away, the danger, the secrets, the looming threat of Ada Turner. It was just Anna and Jason, the two of them, suspended in time.